Alright YouTube, I'm back one more time for another box of Flesh and Blood Monarch. This is another unlimited edition. Again, like I said, I don't want to open my first edition stuff, and since I'm playing with these, I don't really need first edition stuff. Pretty excited. If you guys saw the last video, you saw that rainbow rares they look good. The cards look great. The sets look pretty good. We didn't get anything super spicy. We got some good mythics. I'm hoping to, pull down at least one of the highly sought after rares or something. I do know that the initial first edition stuff, I know that the cold foil mythics were almost as rare as the cold foil legendaries, which I thought was interesting. I'll have to look at some other people's data to make sure that was the actual case, but I know most of the sample boxes I saw was taken out of a couple hundred, and that's what they were saying. So I'm gonna go through this stuff a lot quicker because, for one, oh, look at that, we got another. I think this is what we got last time, a mythic bolting blade. This is a great card. Time skippers. I think we did this last time. Maybe we got the same box. And a couple rares. Oh, and a mythic, Spill Blood. This is a mythic I did need, so that's cool. Anyhow, they're the cold foil mythics were just as rare as the legendaries. So I'd like a legendary. I mean, legendaries are the cool chase cards, so getting a cool chase card would be really cool. All right, our foil is the Illuminate. We have Halo as our equipment, and Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell, and Tremors of Erethel, and a Prism token. I talking to the local store owner here, and he is planning on running a live in-store event on Thursday, which I'm super excited about going to. So I'm going to have to do some brewing to make sure I have a deck worth going up there with. Herald of Tenacity. I don't know. I think I'll probably stick to some of my old school stuff with Bravo. I really like playing Bravo, though this new stuff would be fun to take up there. Hexing Malice. I guess it'll depend on seeing what we got here in this area. Getting back to live in-person games is so cool. It's so fun. I forgot how much I really liked going up to the game store and playing. Oh man, I forgot how much I liked going up there. Sorry guys, that was a little weird. Alright, we got ourselves a Rune Blade Arcane Crackle. Just a straight 1 arcane damage and then a 3 attack. That's good. Iron Prismatic Shield. I like the Illusionist. I think ooh, look at that, Herald of Erudition. I really like this card. It's really cool. That's cool that this either side is always that. Playing Magic, we played some Jumpstart. Me and a couple of friends recently. We bought a box of that. Finally cheap enough and available enough where we could buy a box of Jumpstart. So me and a couple of friends, we ended up buying some Jumpstart, Magic the Gathering, and playing that, and it's so good. It's so good. It's too bad that Wizards had such a hard time making that product available to people. Because this is terrible. Do you think if I... Alright. If I added some extra light, maybe that'll help. We'll have to get a ring light probably, but... Alright. Can't keep up. Anyhow, we were playing it, and these card companies, it's everything in the supply chains nowadays. I mean, nothing is available to anybody, anywhere. piercing shed of ice. That's really cool. Little ghosty chick holding on to another person. I don't know if she even recognizes she's there. Unfold. Unhallowed rites. Prismatic shield. And Bolton. Supply chains have anything you're into, there's lack of supply. If you're into video games, there's no GPUs or PlayStations or Xboxes. If you're into comic cards, there's none of those. Those are all bought up. Like, everything is so constrained. Bounding deep. There we go. Bloodcade. Muscled. Endless Mom. And it's kind of a bummer, really, because, like, maybe it's a good sign. Maybe it tells you, hey, listen, stop spending your money on these type of things and start saving for a rainy day. All right, V for Vanguard. We got a couple of these last time. This looks really good in foil. There's this little print line right here, right across there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's too bad. Print line. Tremor of Aerithel and Shadow of Blasphement. This is a cool card. Draw a card, then discard a card at random. If the card has 6 or more, this way, search your deck for a card with blood debt, banish it, then shuffle your library. That's a good way to get tutoring your card, especially with the blood debt mechanic. You can play out of your banner zone. That's pretty good. Courageous Steel Hand, Vexing Malice, and Glisten. I don't know if there's anything that you guys are into that you haven't been able to get a hold of lately. It's kind of a bummer, and like I said, maybe it's time to put your money into type of savings. Save your money in a different way, because eventually the constraints are going to either go away, or the whole supply chain world and, I don't know, consumerism just goes away? That seems a little not likely. Let's be real. Consumerism kind of drives the world, and if we didn't have some form of consumerism, like, what would we do, really? I don't know. I'm not philosophical enough to understand that. Consuming Aftermath, Soul Shackle. I guess if we didn't have consumerism, we wouldn't have so much work, which means we'd have a lot more time to just do whatever we want, but I don't know, we'd have to pursue the arts, I guess, right? Because nobody would just pursue hard work, would they? I mean, what benefit would they get? We have to have some type of, like, robot or something actually creating everything we need to survive. Otherwise, we're going to have to create, maybe that's the point. We have to create a working class people who don't have enough that they are willing to work for the. And maybe that's we know that exists in some places where you have a caste system where the chosen type and the wealthy type and the certain class types sit above the other types who provide for the other classes, and maybe that's being pushed in more places than we realize, and we're unused to it, so we're not seeing it happen and maybe it's slow. I don't know. All the conspiracy theory stuff, I guess. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole, but it does seem a little odd that, we have these. Ooh, we got some stubby hammers, which I think this stubby hammer would be our cold foil. Which I'm not gonna lie, not bad, but I really wish it would have blood drop brocade. That would have preferred. Ode to Wrath, Celestial Cataclysm. Has an additional cost to play Celestial Cataclysm. Manage 3 cards from your soul. Boom, 7 damage. 0 cost. Whoa. And it. Wow. This is bonkers. That's a good card. Oh, and any light hero can use it. That's. I bet you we're going to see Boltons and Prisms be using that. I know I would. Alright, we got Warmonger for Seidel. Gala Entry Gold. Tremors of Aerithal. Withering Beast Hulk. yeah, so I won't be opening any more of these. Everything from here on out will just be singles or trades that I do with other community people, which is fine. I might open like prize pack support stuff, but for the most part, a couple unlimited boxes. I have most of what I need out of this. I don't collect these. So, fantastic Clasm. That's a cool card too. Man, I like the Illusionist stuff. I don't collect these as hard. I mean, I do like having a full set. The not mythic, the legendaries are going to be difficult to get, but I think it won't be too hard with the unlimited. And how much unlimited will probably be opened. So, Herald of Rebirth, Dreamweavers, and I imagine with the rainbow foils of the legendaries and fables, they might not be too bad. Though, I will say some of the fables from the original sets are still pretty up there. Like, I think some of the hearts of Fandel and the Eye are upwards of $500-600 for a card that's still definitely in print. It's just, I guess, it's just due to this, the scarcity. It's manufacturer scarcity, but it's scarcity nonetheless, and it's held the card prices up really high, which I appreciate. I really do, because it gives me something to target, gives me something to shoot for. But at the same time, like, those cards are definitely not necessary to play any of the heroes I've seen. Like, in fact, I don't see a lot of people even play them. So, like, maybe like the Tunic, but I think the Tunic's a lot cheaper. I think you can get a Tunic, which is only a legendary guess, for quite a bit cheaper. So I feel a lot more doable. Mark of the Beast, another Majestic, and a Cracked Bubble. I think that's our first Cracked Bubble. So I appreciate the prices being held up, the manufacturer scarcity in that fashion. But manufacturing scarcity is another one of those things. It's kind of a weird concept in a sense, because like it's manufacturer scarcity on an unlimited product. So I don't know. I think maybe it might be a little underprinted, in my opinion. Especially on the unlimited stuff. I think maybe they could have upped the legendary count. And I think they did. I think in Monarch, it looked like from just the box data, opening data that I've been seeing around the internets and stuff, it looks like the legendary count doubled from what it was in some of the original sets, which, I'm not going to lie, was probably a good move on Legend Story Studios' part, which kudos to them. That was something me and my buddies, we talked a lot about, was access to legendaries, because people, new players to the game, that's what they want. They want to pick a class, they want to play that class, and they want all the good components for that class. Ooh, nice. Got another foil mythic. This is Fantastic Clasm, which, great card. Big old 9-hitter. Man. Unhallowed Rites. All from Beyond. I mean, it is Phantasm, so like, if you do block it with a 6 card, it just stops the whole thing. So like, there is a downside for these huge illusionist cards, but it is forcing your opponent to discard their big hitters. You know, if they have to discard a card with a 6 attack, which means they're probably not swinging that 6 attack at you on the following turn. And Seek Horizon, a foil rare. Cool. And our last, Tremors of Erythal, Endless Maul, and another Cracked Bubble. Anyhow, guys, this is a much shorter video. Sorry about the little blurriness at the beginning. I do have a box of Force of Will that'll be opening probably in the next day or two. It's the new set. I have a box of that and the Rebirth set, which I probably plan on opening. That's another group I like to play with. So, though they're not as prevalent, I have a lot more work. I have to go see them. They're miles and miles away. So, hopefully I can get some more people around my local area to play that game, because it's such a good game. And I know the artwork is a little, like I said before, it's a little anime, and I know a lot of folks aren't into the anime scene, and some people find the anime scene to be a little too I don't know, provocative in some aspects, but it's whatever. Anyhow, peace. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for viewing if you did view. So yeah.